So I'm recording the session. Yeah, I'm recording the session. So welcome to Standard 5, seventh session of our school improvement planning. Thank you very much. I welcome you all to attend. So the first slide, which is related, it is about UAE national agenda. That if you see, there are total 8 key points. So first 2 points, they are linked with the, you can say they are linked directly to international benchmarking, which is for PISA. So this is the target for the UAE national agenda that in coming years, this UAE must be in 20 highest performing countries, and in TIMS, it should be 15th highest country in TIMS. Similarly, completion of school high school education, it is actually it should be 98% for the Emirati student. They must complete, and it is compulsory for each child in UAE to attend primary or pre-primary education like kindergarten and even for the nurseries also. Similarly, once we are talking about high skills in Arabic language, the students who reach up to grade 9, they should have good knowledge in Arabic language and they can easily sit for NAP assessment. Moreover, they should be highly qualified teacher, like teacher licenses are there, that they should be well qualified, they should be having the licenses. It is made mandatory. Similarly, there should be highly effective school leadership. Even for that, also there is a licensing system which is going on at present, and most of the leadership, they should be getting these licenses in order to continue in their post. And similarly, university foundation program, all the students who are passing out from UAE schools or colleges, especially the UAE schools, once they are getting enrolled into universities, so majority of the students, they should not sit in foundation program. They directly continue with their curriculum. So these are the national agenda. If we move to the next, in UAE school inspection framework, there are different things like which I will just skim through, which is performance standards. There are 6 performance standard, and today, which we call them domain, and we are talking about fifth one, which will be discussing just a little while later. Similarly, indicators are there, elements are there, and their brief descriptions and illustrations are being provided. Now, if you see language of the framework, this is the most important thing. Like whoever is attending with me from the past 6 sessions, you will be seeing this is one of the integral part of my presentation. We should be very familiar with the UAE inspection framework language, like what exactly is the scale that we are referring to. So it is related to outstanding, very good, good, acceptable, weak, and very weak. And the other term, which is consistency, quantitative terms, these are almost all mean above 90%. Most is in between 75 to 90. Large majority, it is between 61 to 74. Majority, it ranges from 50 to actually 60. And a large minority, it is from 31 to 49%, and so on. So these are the language which actually, as a school in UAE, you must inculcate these terminology wherever it is applicable, whenever you are going to draft your school improvement planning or self-evaluation, if as a school leader you are trying to do. Next thing is, if you again the same thing like for outstanding, I just gave it in a different way. Like the most important part is above curriculum standards, in line with the curriculum standards, and last one is below the curriculum standards, which you are not meeting with the requirement of the curriculum. Okay, like this is very important thing that we must remember. Like if a school is trying to achieve good, very good, or outstanding, they have to keep in mind majority of the students mean above curriculum standard. The student, they must score above the minimum level. Now, if you see for the child protection processes, there should be a school must have a child protection process. Like it is out, and this is the basic thing. Like in the child protection process, a school must have you know, this is safe recruitment policy. Like whenever you are recruiting a person in different capacities, different roles in the establishment of a school, you should be having a very robust recruitment policies for each and every role with their job descriptions. Okay, very clear job descriptions. Secondly, the student they must be having access to the counselor. Next, number three, they should be having training and awareness amongst the students. Similarly, the student, they should be having empowerment, like they should be given empowerment like at different levels so they can discuss amongst each other and they can discuss with their peers as well as to the higher management within the school community, even parents also. And most importantly, if you see for the child protection, they should be complete redressal mechanism. Whenever any complaint is arise, it should be tackled in the most amicable manner. Next, if you go for now, we are into standard 5, which is 5.1, which relates to health and safety. Now, once we are talking about health and safety, as if you are a newcomer, I already mentioned this part, like you should start with good, because in a majority of the schools in UAE, now they have moved from acceptable to good. So if you are planning to move from good to onward, so there should be an approach like 5.1.1. It relates with care, welfare, and safeguarding of students, including child protection. So an outstanding school must have what are the criteria, what are the must things which an outstanding school must be doing it. So we must remember an outstanding school, it must be having rigorous procedures, rigorous procedure for the safeguarding students, okay, including child protection. And the school is highly effective in protecting students from abuse, bullying, and all other things which are related to this. In this way, this is an outstanding school for this particular standard. Similarly, if a very good school will be, it has rigorous procedures and it is very effective. Now, what is the difference between these two? A minor difference is there. If you can see, in outstanding, it is uh, highly effective, while in as a very good school, it is very effective. So this is the same term, which is most of the students and almost all students. So you must know most of the students, they range from 75 to 90%, and almost all it is above 90%. So these are the small differences that we have to keep in mind. Similarly, a good school should be having effective procedures, and the school is effective in protecting the students. So if you look at the terms, the last three arrows which I mentioned, school is highly effective. For very good, it is very effective, and a good school is effective from all forms of abuse, including bullying and via the internet and social media. So all these things, just these are minor things, but they actually towards the end they contribute a lot in a school information or school improvement system. Similarly, 5.1.2, it relates to arrangement to ensure health, safety, and security. Now, health, safety, and security, obviously, your health and safety officer or department, they are directly linked in this one. For outstanding school, the school consistently provide a fully safe, hygienic, and secure environment for the students and staff. This is very important. For very good school, it is providing the school provide very safe, hygienic, and secure environment for the students and staff. Now, here, what is the difference? It is very safe And here consistently it is providing, the school is consistently providing all these measures the environment for the student and staff safety. Similarly, a good school is there to provide is providing safe, hygienic, and secure environment for the student. So here, if you see, the gravity of the thing is it there is no varying. It is not very safe. It is just safe. So these are the minor differences once it comes to the contribution of 5.1.2, which is arrangement to ensure health, safety, and security. Next, if you see, for the coming element, if you see, it is 5.1.3, which is quality of maintenance and record keeping. So this is really very important as a school head or as a health and safety of officer or department. You must maintain some record keeping. So quality of maintenance and record keeping, like an outstanding school, will the building and the requirements are and equipment are maintained in excellent condition. It includes the premises, the lab, and everything. Okay. While very good school, the building and equipment are very well maintained. So in the first, it is excellent condition. They are maintained in the excellent condition. And here in a very good school, they are maintained, but in a well managed situation. While in the case of a good school, building and equipment are well maintained, just they are. So there is a small difference here. It is very well maintained, and a good school is just referring to well maintained. Anyway, I will just see there are few messages which I can see here. Yeah, the page which was the previous page, I think, I'm sorry, the page which was related to, I think, processes, it was not that clear. My apologies, because that is why I just mentioned it, by myself in clear words, which is the school's safety processes. So my apologies for that page, which I could not make it very clear. Okay, but this little bit blurred. So thank you very much for your comment. Next is the element is 5.1.4, suitability of the premises and the facilities for all students, including those with the special education needs. Now, and this is very important, a student with a special education need, we call them SEN students, yes, special education need kids. Even nowadays, we are removing the term of SEN and we are turning it to inclusion or SEN. Anyway, an outstanding school will be the school premises and the facilities provide excellent physical environment. Okay, so according to the need of the student, maybe a good excellent school, maybe it will be having escalators. Okay, different provisions for those kids with their special education needs, tools available for them. Okay, and all other facilities which are present either at the campus or external of the campus, they should be given some kind of priorities. Similarly, a very good school, the premises and facilities provide safe and secure physical environment. So previously, outstanding was excellent physical environment. Here it is safe and secure physical environment, okay, in order to protect the kids and with the special education need. And here, if we move down to a good school, it should provide a safe and inclusive physical environment. What does it mean about inclusive physical environment? Like it is only and only for few, not for all students, but the school is trying to make arrangement for those students who are having or staff which is having special needs. So in this way, and please remember, I will just for you, I never do it like for very weak school. Normally, I don't go into that one. So you'll be getting the idea what exactly many features of the premises and facilities are inadequate and impede learning. So just imagine that this is the lowest level. So in this way, you can easily make out what exactly we are talking about. Now, element 5.1.5, it is provision for and promotion of safe and healthy lifestyle. Now, once we are talking about the promotion of safe and healthy lifestyles, so an outstanding school is promotion of safe and healthy living is successful. Like they actually inculcate these kind of trends, culture within the school community. They are able to very successfully. They actually, and for all students, almost all students, all aspects of school life, starting from classroom, outside premises, within the lab, the clinic, all other facilities, all these things are successfully implemented. Similarly, if we see a very good school, you will see school promotion of safe and healthy living is very effective. So before it was successful. So here now they are saying they are very effective, but this is not still some sort of resentment or inact is there on the part of different segments of the school. And if we go for a good school, school's promotion of safe and healthy living is systematically built into most aspects. So here it is most aspect of the school life. Here it is almost all aspects. Now imagine almost all, and here they are saying all expect mean it should be 100% if you want to be an outstanding school. Is very difficult kind of situation for this health and safety. But if you see, this is my experience as in the capacity of school vice principal as well as for some period of time as a principal. Normally the schools they perform really well in health and safety. Majority of the school they score really high, and it is really very easy to score highest in these like in standard 5 and even in standard 2 also. So anyway, if you put a little effort, you can easily achieve the goal as a school leader. Now next, 5.2, if you see, it is for before for health and safety. Obviously, the health and safety department comes into action. That's school health and safety officers, nurses, school clinic, and all of them. They are part of this. Okay, and similarly, next level, once we are talking about this care and support, here obviously the most important part is your special educational need coordinator. We call it SENCO, okay, inclusion department, and even the social workers they come into, and even psychologists. All of them they come into this area. So we are going to discuss like if someone is sitting here with the same kind of portfolio, so you can just make use of this important thing like how you are going to maintain your file work and how you are going to maintain all these things which are required by any school in order to excel in their inspection for this one ministry. Anyway, once we are talking about standard 5, which is 5.2 now, care and support. So in the element 5.2.1, it refers to staff-student relationship and behavior management. This is actually one of the toughest thing, which towards the end, once it will be coming, I will give more emphasis later on. You will see it like if you see here, an outstanding school, this relationship is exemplary between students and staff. This is exemplary. And managing student behavior is highly effective, highly effective. While in the case, if you see here, A very good school, the staff have a positive and purposeful relationship with all students. So this is the difference between outstanding and very good school, how actually they maintain their rapport, their support with the students in between staff. It can be academic as well as non-academic staff, and how they built up this relation. So because if this relation will be good, students will be, they will be open and they will be free to share any kind of their experiences, whether they are good or they are not that good, they are free to express themselves. Okay, and similarly the behavior, managing the behavior, it is effective. Previously for outstanding student, it is highly effective. Now a good school, on the other hand, it will be having the staff have a positive relationship with the student, with all students. Here, what is the difference in between good and very good school? In very good school, the staff have a positive as well as purposeful relationship. While with this, as a good school, the relationship is on there is only one-on-one, like you can say like a positive contribution is there from the staff with the students. Okay, they don't dig deep into other areas where are the problems of the students, their emotional and other kind of necessities. Maybe they are struggling with something at home, in the class, blah blah. All these things they must be taken into care. And moreover, managing the student behavior is successful. Now it is they are successfully managing the behavior, mean there are few areas of weaknesses. Okay, but a very good school, the managing student behavior is effective, or for outstanding student it is very effective. Normally, managing with the student behavior, this is my common observation. For managing behavior management, major issues they are not there once we are talking about any school with the British curriculum. This is my personal experience, but once we are coming to American curriculum school, behavior of the student is one of the most challenging part of any school management. So this we have to keep in mind. So if you see in a number of the schools in UAE inspections and all, you will see British curriculum schools. This is my observation. They are much better in this particular area in behavior management, because students are very well prepared and they are very well behaved, while majority of the students in American curriculum school, they have some behavior issues, and not exactly the some, there are some of the worst cases are also there. Similarly, once we are talking about next element, which is 5.2.2, which is promotion and management of attendance and punctuality. Now, once we are talking about attendance and punctuality, if you remember, we were talking about this thing in standard two also. I mean, there we were talking about percentages, like it should be above 98%, 98%, 97%. There were different categories, like how your school can be outstanding school, how much percentage of attendance is mandatory. Similarly, if you want to be uh, a very good school, what are the basic attendance percentage that a school must be having? So here, for outstanding school, promotion and management of attendance and punctuality, how effectively we are able to promote, these skills into our students, like uh, outstanding school will be having highly successful in promoting outstanding attendance, highly successful. While once we are talking about very good school, it is successful, but in once we turn to good school, it is effectively promoting the attendance. Like they are able to, but they are not that much. Like although they are maintaining the percentage of attendance above 90, but still there are few students who are still out of the school due to different reasons. If we move next, the next element is 5.2.3, identification of students with special education need and those who are gifted and talented. This is one of the most challenging part for a school. Here comes the role of inclusion, supervisor or STEM coordinator of the school. Like you have, there should be processes involved about the identification of any student with educational need, special education need. What exactly there should be a report, like this is a common procedure. There should be a report about each child who is having special education need, and it should be catered individually. We call it personalized kind of treatment has to be given. At the same time, you have to know what, as a school and as a teacher or as a leader, you must know who are your gifted and talented student, and what are the things, what are the things that you are intervention plans that you have in order to facilitate their learning. So an outstanding school, if you see here, an outstanding school will be comprehensive. A school has comprehensive and rigorous system of identifying students, and the comprehensive and rigor to identify the students. Here, if you see, a school has rigorous systems to identify. So now, if you see, what is the major difference? In outstanding and very good school, the major difference is in there is comprehensive and rigorous, while in the case of very good school, there are rigorous systems like a slight, differences they like in terms of number of students, okay, and effectiveness of the process. While a good school has throughout thorough systems to identify students with special education need and those who are gifted and talented. Identifying is one thing, and putting some plans into action is the next step. Now, majority of the schools at present, if you see, now they are able to identify the student with special education need, as well as they are actually doing well in identifying even gifted and talented students. But where is the struggle? Struggle is how to develop interventional plans for gifted and talented, as well as for those students with the special education need, like remedial plans are there or enrichment plans are there. All these things, they have to be contributed in a very cohesive manner. Now, the next element, which is 5.2, a support 5.2.4, support for the student with special education need and those who are gifted and talented. What kind of support the school is providing? An outstanding school provide highly effective sports for all. Okay, while a very good school, it is providing that school is providing effective support to all students with the special education need as well as gifted and talented. Okay, the quality of the, if you see here, the quality of the support enable most of the students, and while here in outstanding school, the quality of support enable almost all. So this is the difference. Okay, please keep a note of this part. Okay, similarly, a good school, it provide effective support, good, and the school providing quality support for most of the students. Okay, so here most students to make consistent personal and academic progresses. Okay, and now if you see, there is a slight difference in very good and good. The wording is almost the same, but where is the difference? Difference comes here. Best personal and academic progress. While here it refers to consistent personal and academic progress. So these are the things that we have to keep in mind. Okay, a slight difference. Next is, yeah, one more thing. If you want, you can raise the hand if you have any questions. So please, I can intervene. I can. help you out with that thing. Next, the last element, which is 5.2.5, guidance and support for all students. Now, once we are talking about guidance and support for all students, you please see this part. The well-being and the personal development of all students closely monitored as a as an outstanding school. While if your school is a very good school or you want to become a very good school, it is effectively monitored. Before it was closely monitored, and here it is effectively monitored, and here routinely monitored. Like these are, if we move from good, very good, and outstanding, like closely monitored, the personal development of the students, and which is closely monitored, effectively monitored, and routinely monitored. Okay, while outstanding school has highly effective personal and academic guidance, while a very good school, it is having very effective personnel, and obviously the good school have effective personnel and academic guidance. So these are the slight differences that we have to keep in mind while we are actually preparing our school for incoming inspection from ministry. So these are the things. With this, I'm just going to end my discussion. So let me see if there is any question from your part. Like, let me see, Miss. Okay, Miss Hajar. Unfortunately, I couldn't. You were talking about Zoom in. Dr. Muhammad. Yeah, it is. No, I have addressed this part. So, Miss Hajar and Dr. Muhammad, you were having the same thing. I actually addressed this part. Sorry for inconvenience because that thing was not very effective. How can I get the recording to all your sessions? It is available if you join with me on my LinkedIn, account, which is Muhammad Anwarul Haq 74. If you figure out, it is there in my LinkedIn account, and even it is available for my, YouTube channel, which is Mr. Anwar 74. So you can get the recording of all my sessions from there. Then Dr. Muhammad, okay. Anyway, if there is anyone who have some questions, so you can feel free to ask me any question. But thank you very much for your participation. I really appreciate that you took some time from your busy schedule and attended this meeting. I really appreciate. Thank you very much. So on this note, I'm just ending the session. Inshallah Tala, I'll see you
Thank,
last. Yeah.
thank you, sir. Thank you for your support.
Yeah, thank you very much. I really appreciate. And what we'll do, inshallah ta'ala, next session, which is bi-weekly, after 2 weeks, there will be the last session for UAE Inspection Framework. We will be talking about standard number 6, which is related to leadership. Okay. Thank you very much and have a great time. Thank you.